Mother-in-law snuck out of the restaurant after I asked her to pay her share of the $450 dinner bill. My mother-in-law was always so cheap. She gave me and my husband a set of plates for our wedding that broke right away. When you went to her house it was always cold because she never turned the heat on. But when she went to our home she expected it to be a nice temperature. She would also ask for expensive food and drinks. One day my husband came home and told me her mother wanted to have dinner with us at an expensive restaurant. I immediately thought that she meant we would be paying for her meal, and there was no way I was doing that. This was a place I would barely go with just my husband because of the high prices. I wasn't going to pay for a third person, and especially not my cheap mother-in-law. I told my husband to tell my mother-in-law we would go, but there was no way we were paying for her meal. My husband didn't want to say anything. He didn't want to be confrontational with her mother, but he knew the meal was a lot for us to afford. He finally told his mother we couldn't pay for her, and she fully understood and agreed. The day of the dinner rolled around and we were all in the restaurant. I noticed that my mother-in-law was ordering the most expensive dishes. She even ordered wine and dessert, which made the bill go through the roof. I was shocked. I didn't know she made so much money. I was super happy for her. I knew she got a raise recently, but I didn't know it was this much. Then she said she had to use the bathroom. Meanwhile we would ask for the check. When I got the check I wasn't surprised to see it was $450 and $280 of it covered my mother-in-law's dinner. She had ordered more than either of us did in food cost. We waited and waited for her to come back from the bathroom so she could help pay the bill, but she never did. My husband went to look for her, but she was gone. We paid for what we ordered, but we didn't pay my mother-in-law's share. I knew she ran off and left us with the bill. I felt bad for the restaurant, but I had a plan. Behind my husband's back, I contacted the restaurant and gave her all of my mother-in-law's information. I gave them her phone number, email, address, and even a copy of her birth certificate that was still in our house after we helped her get her passport a while back. A day later, police was at my mother-in-law's front door. They said that they were going to give her a chance to pay, but if she didn't she was going to be arrested. My mother-in-law insisted that we told her that we were going to cover the bill. Even when the police are at her door, she is still going back to her cheapskate ways.